I'm gonna point the exhaust back this way. Should I keep the fuel pump this way, preheat the fuel? Or is that not a good idea? Hello and welcome back to our channel.
Today's episode is all about how to or how not to install a diesel heater.
Yeah, don't watch this video if you want to know how to install a diesel heater. Watch this video if you want to have fun watching people struggle installing a diesel heater.
Helpful hint, it does not take 1 hour to install a diesel heater.
Nope, I was wrong. It could happen.
Pay attention, everybody.
I
A mechanic looking at directions isn't something you're going to see very, very often.
I found 3 spelling errors in the description across the top, so it's probably not going to do me much good. And half of these pictures cover up a bunch of words.
They lose a lot of stuff.
All these pictures cover up. All the pictures are over the paragraph, so you can only see 3/4 of the words. Here it is.
I love Matt's description.
What?
It works until it doesn't work.
There's probably some truth to it, though. They probably do work till they don't work. He was happy with his till it quit working. I mean, the carbon fiber paint alone has got to make it. It's got to be some 5 horsepower. In the long run, I think I want it in this bay. I think I'm going to have water in this bay on the back side of it in the middle. Not wanting this in the way of the water tanks. Or me getting water tanks in and out. Working on the bathroom, which is... Bathroom comes to like here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go take a look. Other option is just to mount it right above these vents here. Up inside. And run the exhaust straight down there. I'll put those panels back on so exhaust can't go in to those the bays.
Mm-hmm.
I might move the generator back into there just so it's not getting the exhaust blowing onto it, but and I'll move the gas tank. But I think right up here, blowing down into here is the.
I think that you're right.
For a temporary install, I think we're going to be able to do it in. I think we'll be able to install it in an hour. And most of the stuff, the tank will go down here. The fuel tank will, yeah. Just go inside and mount this thing on the floor and then come back out here and hook all the shit up to it. This is supposed to be screwed, but they use duct tape instead.
Well, it's always easier to use duct tape, right?
Yeah. At least it's a duct.
Yeah, in that instance, it looks to me like screwing would be easier. What do I know?
Putting on or taking off? I think both. This looks like a pain in the ass trying to wrap duct tape around the back of this.
I agree.
I just spun the whole thing. The hour that I thought it was going to take to install.
What, 2 hours?
Yeah, just to get the duct out.
Yeah, just to get the duct out and get covered in dust and dirt and
Fine, like talcum powder dust. But whatever. then it came time to actually putting the diesel heater in when I had the stuff moved out of my way, and there really wasn't enough stuff left in the heater. There was about 6 inches of fuel line. I don't think 6 inches was going to reach from the fuel tank to the fuel pump, from the fuel pump to the diesel heater. What else did there not?
Yeah, no, there
really
was
have?
definitely more than 6 inches between all of that.
Yeah. And what else did not come?
The muffler?
Yeah.
The muffler. It came with the muffler, but the weld and they did it.
Yeah. The thing inside the muffler, the baffle was not welded in. It was, you could see where they missed with the weld, and it just rattled inside of there.
Like a maraca.
Yeah, it would have been like putting a maraca on the end. That wasn't going to work.
No, not at all.
So I made a trip to Menards, purchased some fuel line, purchased a muffler, came back and thought I could install it. And it didn't get any better. The steel exhaust pipe, the hose clamp that came with it to collapse it, the worm clamp, was not strong enough to collapse it. The clamp broke before the exhaust pipe collapsed.
Yeah, this entire thing is just been fun.
Yeah. I guess if I'm taking anything out of this, because we've been using the heater for a couple days now and it works really nice, is if you're going to purchase yourself a cheap Chinese diesel heater, plan on spending like 2-3 trips to the hardware store and a good $25 worth of hardware. Here, I think we're ready to hook up fuel. We got the air intake, we got the air exhaust, we got the fuel line.
What are we doing, honey?
We're stealing my battery.
Why are we stealing your car battery?
Because the bus is 24 volts and the heater is 12. And we have 12 volts on the bus, but not within the length of wire that we have. Not that I know how I'm going to hook the wire up to this. I think we got 2 vice grips. I think it's going to be pretty ghetto done. This battery's like a week old, so I got that going for it too. It's held in by that. So it's not that hard to steal. Ooh, look at that. Fancy, fancy. Let's get this ugly sticker off it.
Pretty, pretty.
That would be annoying to listen to when you sleep. This end doesn't sound too bad. You know, if this was down in the basement,
Yeah.
and this is coming up into the coach, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you'll be right.
So get some diesel fuel and see if this thing will fire up.
It's 36 degrees outside here tonight in beautiful Minnesota. Oh yeah. Yeah, the air is definitely warming.
By the end of the day, we had a functioning diesel heater.
Well, yes, it functioned. Loud as hell, but it functioned.
Yeah, it lets you know it was functioning. It wasn't doing it quietly.
There were no questions.
And it was 2 trips to Menards to get to this point. Something I didn't want to take any trips to Menards for.
Nope, not at all.
But whatever. We had heat.
Going outside to watch Andy reinstall the diesel heater. Hello, I had to grab my coffee.
Okay. It feels silly doing things temporarily multiple times over, but this was just too loud to have up above.
I have missed that sound.
Motorcycles?
Yep. And we don't have it outside the house anymore.
That's for sure. Not like before.
No, now that we don't live down the street from Zilster's, we do not have that every day. That to me was always a sign of spring. As much as robins and irises popping up was the motorcycles.
Doesn't drill on reverse very well. Broke another drill bit. That one just, I knew I shouldn't have been drilling in that V. Just sick and fucking tired of breaking shit and having to move the good holes all to install something temporarily. And that's what fucking is frustrating right now. I just wanted to just quickly install this yesterday. And none of the fucking components were right. I just want to install it quickly today. And I can't drill a fucking hole and put a bolt in it. Term sticks out like a sore thumb has a reason. I was obviously frustrated at this point, but there's something I learned from being an auto mechanic for 22 years. It's I got paid by what I did. So the faster I did a job, the more money I could get paid. Jobs don't always go right. Bolts break, things go wrong. The faster you get past those hurdles, the faster you get onto the good work, get onto what you really want to be doing. And looking at this clip, I noticed that I was frustrated, but I grabbed a drill, I got a good hole drilled, I grabbed the impact, I put a self-drilling or tapping screw into that hole and just kept going to work. And even when those, don't let one kick to the balls ruin your whole day. Just, you gotta keep moving forward. Or should I be less?
When life throws you a lemon, squash that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Because the day really did get better after this. Now those three will hold that plate well enough for me to stand on. Just don't put your hand on metal shavings. I shake it, but the lid is loose. I mean, this part's solid. This plastic just kind of sits there. I think that might be half the problem with all the fan noise. Maybe it's just a crappy fan. Whatever. It's gonna be better out here. I'm gonna point the exhaust back this way. Should I keep the fuel pump this way? Preheat the fuel? Or is that not a good idea?
The fact that you asked if that was not a good idea leads me to believe it's not necessarily the best idea.
No, I don't think the fuel needs to be preheated. I guarantee you, putting an exhaust pipe pointed at a fuel pump is not going to be the right calibration to preheat. I used some of the conduit. I put the little protector on the metal there from when the surge protector was on. The conduit, so between those two, the fuel line should be fine.
Temporarily.
It seems to be a pretty decent temporary one.
Better than on the floor, inside, where we had it last night, because it was really loud.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that loud. I figured it'd be loud fan noise, but that was loud.
It was not the fan that was, I mean, it was the fan that was loud, but it was like the motor was loud. It wasn't the moving of the air that was loud.
Every time we do something here, I swear there's more garbage. Every time. Not like garbage we brought packaging, like garbage from the bus. More shit gets taken out every time we do something. Love it.
Well, I gotta get this big AC unit out of the metal too. Matt reminded me on that post that I do need to get it out though before I build the shower.
Oh yeah.
Granted, we gotta get the kitchen done first, but then that's the next step. We're not that far. I hope we're not that far away from that.
No, I don't think we are that far away from that. Are you gonna need help with that?
I think I got it.
I meant the thing in the floor.
Oh. I will take help if you're asking Matt on YouTube, but
So most of today so far has been spent trying to reinstall temporarily the diesel heater, because we installed it last night temporarily so that we could sleep without the propane heater, because the diesel heater just heats nicer, and it was really loud to the point where it was so late we actually just ended up going home and spending the night at the house. This is a lot of work, and I feel like Andy does the majority of the work because he's the one who is, pardon my eyes are closed, the sun is wholly bright. He's the one who knows how to do everything. He's the one who knows the mechanical stuff and understands it, and it all just goes right over my head and I don't get it at all, and I feel bad, like I should be able to help him more.
it's temporary. Can you pull that, please?
Yes, absolutely, I can pull that. How much am I pulling it?
A little more. Okay, stop.
Okay.
There. Voila! Installed diesel heater. Well, temporarily installed diesel heater.
Yes, let's stress that again, temporarily, because I think while in video editing I heard that 50 times.
Everything is done safely. We have the fuel tank strapped back. It's not going to go anywhere. The exhaust is too low to want to drive the vehicle on any kind of off-road, minimum maintenance road like this. But for the next month, it's going to be fine because we're not moving.
Just sitting here.
Yeah, the fuel line's all protected. We have an insulated duct coming from inside the coach into the intake of the diesel heater, and then the duct that came with it attached to a duct. One of the things that's kind of a pain in the ass about the heater is they're like 3 1/4 inch duct, and 3-inch duct doesn't fit on it, and 4-inch duct is just way too big. But 4-inch duct works.
Couple of nice hose clamps.
Yeah.
Do the job.
Crimp it down like that, you get less resistance this way. It's probably better. So what was the moral of today's story?
Life's a bitch.
Yeah, that's a good moral.
But there is always a sunny day just around the corner if you just have the patience to keep pushing and wait.
Yeah, the heater works great. We filmed this a few days ago, we installed it a few days ago, and we're filming this now. But yeah, the heater works great. I'm really happy with what we ended up with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Last night was fantastic. I think
Yeah.
it was 29 when I got up this morning outside, but
Yeah.
in here it was like 70.
The heater does what the heater's supposed to do, and really sips the fuel. It's about 1.5 gallons a day.
Oh yeah. Last night was what we were hoping the first night was going to be.
Yeah.
Just nice heat, you know, everything just working out. And this week has really just been a reminder that, yeah, you just have to keep going because everything sucks sometime. And you seldom get shit just the way you want it on the first try.
Thanks for watching this video.
We'll see you later.
Peace. To the components. There's about 6 inches of fuel.
Oh.
car. I hauled one of those things all the way to Kansas City. Every bump they bounce off the ground. They're so loud.
That doesn't seem like fun.
No, it sucked, but it was cool because I drove a Monte Carlo back home with it. Didn't have any rust on it. That's always a good thing.
Squirrel.
Speaking of squirrel, that almost looks like something a squirrel would drive.
No, that's the hamster mobile.
The cube, yeah. Hamster, squirrel,
Yeah.
same thing.
Hamster, squirrel, same thing?
Rodent?
Was
Right.
Chandler the same size as a squirrel?
Yeah. Baby squirrel.